Well, I don't know really what to anticipate for Pocono, but I'm glad we have a test day there. That's going to be big for getting everybody on the same playing field. Those cars that tested and those that didn't.
To me, the shorter the race, the more intense it is. I mean, we all grew up wherever we went to. It was a 25, 30, or 35 lap race at a short track, and that's what you showed up for. That was the level of intensity for that short amount of time, and then there's a lot to be said for that. The history of NASCAR hasn't been that, but I think there is going to be some rewards in us having some shorter races and having some longer races. It all depends on the venue, in my opinion. A place like Pocono with the long straightaways, it's nice to be a little bit shorter. I think it's a good change.
Pocono, I mean, it feels like we're going to be there a full week, which 3 days is usually pretty long at Pocono. So I feel like it's going to be just try to be smart about it, run as much as we need to, but not more than we need to. We've already done the tire test there. So for the 5 guys, we're kind of, I don't know, it's going to be a long week there.
I'm going to approach Pocono like it's an entire different racetrack I've never been on, because it basically will be. Obviously, we've gone through a lot of rule changes and surface changes at that track every time we've gone back, and so it's just going to be another element that's changed. Kind of talking to guys that have ran there, it's going to be interesting to see what tire that they brought back, but. It's any advantage I thought I might have had at Pocono has obviously disappeared at this point, and so I go there with a lot of optimism that it's just a brand new track for everyone, and it's going to be the first one to figure it out wins.
Definitely not thinking about being the defending champion of that race at all, just because there's nothing to compare to with a repave. I think there's very little that we're probably going to have in our setup that would compare to what we had there last year. I think no matter what, Pocono is going to have similar challenges, just because the shape of and the banking of the turns haven't changed. It's just how much grip level it's going to have, and how aggressive, and the smoothness of the track. So how aggressive you're going to be able to get with getting the car sealed down to the racetrack. And then just how aggressive you're going to be driving the car. So those types of things I think will still play out, and if you like that track and you run good at that track, then that can still be beneficial to us. But I think that's going to be about 10-15% of what we're going to have to do to win there this time.
I assume we're going to be screaming fast. I mean, it's going to be really fast, so I want to make sure I pace myself. We learn as much as we can during the testing time we have, because with a new racetrack, essentially a new racetrack, a new surface, there's a huge opportunity for someone to figure something out and dominate, and we want to be that guy. Those guys. We don't want to go out there and have some preconceived notion or something. So we're going into it with real open minds and hoping that we can master that surface and take advantage of the kind of the unknown there.